So I'm going to start this video off by coming out and saying off the bell that I am not about to boycott every store. Okay? That's unrealistic. And I'm going to tell you why. And I want y'all to really think about what I'm about to say. Okay? First and foremost, this DEI stuff. Okay? I am not convinced that every company that got rid of DEI wanted to do it in the first place. I'm sure there are companies that were itching to get rid of DEI, and I'm sure there are companies that really don't give a shit about DEI one way or the other. They're going to hire who the fuck they hire. They don't really care. What's interesting is that everybody assumes that every company was itching to get rid of DEI, so now we need to boycott these companies. I am not convinced of that, and I also believe that there was probably some threatening going on behind the scenes. And some of these companies don't feel like they can go up against this current administration, right? There are people who are just afraid of losing their jobs. People are afraid of their companies going out of business. People are afraid of being exposed for something or whatever. So there are a lot of companies that are just falling in line. Okay. I don't necessarily think that this is what all of them want. So let's start there. Okay. This current administration will stop at nothing to get what they want. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they step on. They will threaten you. Okay. They will say, well, we're going to make sure this if you don't comply. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm not assuming that all of these companies wanted this. That is first things first. Secondly, if I walk into a Target and I randomly see now all the black people are gone. There are no women working in there. There's only, Chinese men or white Asians or and white people or whatever. All of a sudden, right? Then I might start to be like, okay, yeah, they wanted this. Do I think these companies are just going to start discriminating against women, ethnic people, any marginalized people, disabled people? No, I don't. So just because they announced that they got rid of their DEI, it doesn't mean that they're going to get rid of their DEI, if you know what I'm saying. The only way that will make sense is if literally you go in there and you only see white people from now on. And that's not the norm, right? There's 2 Targets near me. One is closer, but I happen to not like the one that's closer. It's okay, but it's not my favorite one. The one that's about 20 minutes away is my favorite one. That's a predominantly white area for the most part. So they have mostly white employees, but they do have black employees. But the one here has a 50-50 maybe, right? So if that's their norm and you don't see any changes in their employees in the next couple weeks or months or whatever, then I don't really think it's like necessary to boycott these stores, if that makes sense. Until you see some changes like that, then yes, boycott them. But I have to keep it real. There are certain things that I only get from Target. There are certain things like Ulta Beauty. If Ulta Beauty decided to come out and say, okay, we're following DEI, it is what it is. I'm not finna stop shopping at Ulta Beauty. I'm gonna tell you why. I get 90% of all of my skincare, beauty supplies, and all of that from Ulta Beauty. So that's a wrap. I'm not boycotting Ulta Beauty. If I can find an alternative to some of these stores that's not finna make me drive an hour away, right, or some shit like that, then fine. But if boycotting these stores means I got to go out of my way to inconvenience the entire fuck out of my life, I'm not doing it. And I'm also not about to wait 5 to 10 or 7 to 10 business days to get something when I can run up the street and get that shit in 10 minutes. Absolutely not. And I'm just putting out my point of view. This is ridiculous, and for the most part, it's not really sustainable. It's not really I don't really think it's reasonable. It's not. This is not something that's going to last, in my opinion, right? Because we can't boycott everything. If we keep this up, in 5 years, we will have 0 stores to go to. Like let's really think about it. Now, like I said, I'm all for boycotting these stores. If you go in there and you can like literally see with your own eyes that, yep, they started discriminating. Right? There are no black people here. There are no Mexicans here. There are no whatever here. They got rid of all of the marginalized people. They don't have the disabled people anymore. They don't have. If you see that, then yes, their DEI took effect, and then you can boycott that store. But in the meantime, just because they publicly announced it, it doesn't mean that they were that they wasn't coerced or threatened in some way. It doesn't mean that they wanted to. They probably did it just to appease the Trump administration, because like literally Trump can pretty much get rid of anybody at any moment at this point in time. And if he can't do it on the books, he'll do it off the books. If Trump and his minions want you gone or want your business gone or whatever, he's going to either do it himself, but he's most likely not. He's going to find goons to do it. People are afraid of that. So people are just complying just to put it on the books. I don't think most of these companies give two shits about DEI. Because at the end of the day, these companies are going to hire and fire who the hell they want to hire and fire anyway. I know me, if I was a company and I didn't like people with dreads, I'm just using that as an example. Let's say I don't like hiring men with dreads. I'm not hiring no man with no dreads. I'm not going to tell you that that's not why I'm hiring you. I'm just going to say that there was other candidates that were more qualified. End of discussion. You can't get me for discrimination, because you're never going to know that that's not why I hired you, because I'm not stupid and I don't want to be sued, right? I'm just using it as an example. If a company doesn't really want to hire you, they won't. And if they have to hire you, they'll find every reason to fire you. So these companies are still going, in my opinion, most of these companies are still going to be employing any and everybody. Unless Donald Trump says, don't hire black people. If we show up and you have black people in your facilities, then we're going to shut you down. Or some drastic shit like that, which I don't see happening. Like, that's the only way that can really take effect. They would have to literally live by that whole DEI thing. And I don't think most companies are going to do that. Most of these companies are on their way out of business anyways. So they're desperate to get whoever. They're not going to be that picky, a lot of them. Some of them are, and some of them are not going to be that picky. Let's be real. Most of y'all already know that, we need to just hold our horses real quick and see what happens. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm not saying you need to boycott or you shouldn't boycott. I'm not telling you. I'm not finna start the precedence that on my channel that I'm about to join this bandwagon and boycott all these stores. Like, that's the point of this video. I'm letting y'all know up front. Like, there are some stores that I don't go to anyway, so I don't give a damn. But I don't see myself boycotting Target anytime soon. I really don't. I'm just being honest. Now, did I have to tell y'all that? No, because you'll never know what, you know what I'm saying? But I'm being honest because I'm very transparent. No time soon. I actually need to make a Target run today. Or actually, no, tomorrow. I'm going to make a Target run tomorrow. I'm just being honest, right? However, I will say this. I do think that Tabitha Brown's response to this was very tone deaf. And it was tone deaf. It was. And she's like, she was basically saying, if y'all boycott the stores, we're going to be affected. Which I understand where she's coming from. But just like millionaires don't care about poor people don't care about millionaires. I've used a couple of her products before. They're not like earth shattering. They're not like earth breaking products to me. So I'm not really tripping. I don't care one way or the other. As a matter of fact, I can get her products from Ulta Beauty as well if I wanted to. But so I think she was just saying, protect me, protect us, which I understand. And but I feel like if y'all want to support black companies in general, just order directly from their websites. But I'm gonna be honest. It's more of a hassle and it costs more money to ship and all that stuff to order from these companies. But I guess if you're really serious about this, do what you got to do. Pay those extra taxes, pay that shipping, wait 2 weeks instead of, or pay for rush shipping or whatever, instead of getting it right now. You know, some of y'all are like really serious about this, and I get it. I don't know if it's going to make the difference that we think it's going to make. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I don't know yet. If it gets really bad, then yes, I don't mind boycotting certain stores. But I'm not right now. I'm not finna do that. I'm just being completely honest. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not a bandwagoner. I'm not the type of person that jump on bandwagons anyways. I've never been like that, and I never will be. Unless it's something that's I was already feeling that way, like with the whole Costco thing. I'm not getting too excited about Costco because I don't know how long that's gonna last, right? We don't know. I used to be with Costco when I was in California. When I moved back to Michigan, you know, I don't live, the nearest Costco from me is about an hour or so. And so we have another one. We have one being built, and it's supposed to be up in like the next month or so. So I was planning on getting a Costco membership again, way before all of this DEI nonsense, way before the whole Project 2025. I was just stuck at Sam's Club because that was the closest thing to me. I was already going to get a Costco membership, but so I'm not getting a Costco membership because they announced that they're not getting rid of their DEI. I don't care what companies get rid of DEI or not. If like I said before, if I go in there and I don't see any diversity, equity, and inclusion in those stores working, then I'm going to know what's up. But if I go in there and I do see it, then I'm going to know that they just appeased Donald Trump's administration and they moved on with their life. They just said what they needed to say to protect themselves from whatever they felt they need to protect themselves from. And they just kept it a buck and they kept it pushing. That's all I want y'all to think about. That's it. We can't boycott every store because then we won't have the things we need, right? You won't be able to buy the things you need. Just about every store in this country is probably racist against black people. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. We should go to them hair stores. Y'all be going to the beauty supply stores. We know most of them don't like black people, right? I'm just saying. So we can't be hypocrites. And that's all I'm saying in this video. I'm not a hypocrite and I'm not finna pretend to be one. Because if you boycott one store for whatever reason, you might as well boycott the rest of them. The beauty supply people don't like you. These Arabs at these liquor stores don't like you. None of them like you. I from what I understand, a part of the curriculum of getting a visa or getting citizenship in this country is to make sure that you don't like black people. There's too many immigrants who have had the same story. Like, that's a part of the curriculum. That's a part of the test that you take or the videos they show you or whatever. You're not supposed to like black people. So more than half the people here don't like us anyway. So are you going to boycott every fucking store? Are you going to boycott the gas stations? We know they don't like you either. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. We're going to have to fight this system a different way. Yes, pull back your dollars wherever you can, whenever you can. I am not against that. I am for that 100%. But realistically, we're going to have to fight this system another way because we can't boycott every store. You ain't going to be able to pay your bills. You ain't going to be able to buy toilet tissue. You ain't going to be able to do nothing if you boycott all these stores. So let's be real. You ain't going to be able to buy food. I don't know who the fuck getting food from Walmart anyways, but anyway, y'all should be getting y'all food from Walmart. I'm sorry, especially not the produce and the meat. How are y'all doing that anyways? But a lot of people shop at Walmart to get their groceries. I'm just saying. So you can't boycott everything. And that's all I got to say about this. Hit subscribe, comment, like, share. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I really do want to know what y'all think. I'll check y'all later.
All together, girls. 1, 2, 3. Fuck these men on the internet. They don't know what they want, but they will see what they can get. Oh, go and waste your one and only precious life while pretending not to have a full receding hairline. So keep your eyes on his hairline and your hand on your drink. For all you know, he is a psychopath. He'll leave you on red.